press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Namaste children, let us continue with the topic structural organization in animals. So in our last class we studied about cockroach. So we know the difference between morphology and anatomy. Morphology means what we study the external features of an organism, what we see without dissecting a body, what we study the external features of an organism, that is called morphology. When we dissect an organism, when we cut and study internal organs of an organism, it is called anatomy. So in this class we will discuss about earthworm, external, that is morphology, and also anatomy of earthworm. Understood? Coming to earthworm, they are reddish brown in color, usually lie on the upper layer of the soil where moistness is present. And we can trace this in garden by their fecal deposition of fecal pellets. So that is called worm casting. That is called worm casting. Usually they burrow the soil and hide inside the soil. They are very much sensitive to light. Understood? Coming to their, in our India we see two species of earthworm. Very common species are Peritima, other common species is Lumbricus. Understood? Two species of earthworm we see in our country. The most number, that is Peritima and Lumbricus. Peritima, Postuma. Peritima is genus name, Postuma is species name. Coming to the external morphology, when we see the dorsal side, we see, this is a dorsal view. In the dorsal side, we see mid dark line extending from mouth to anus. So that represents blood vessel. Below the dark line, what is present? Blood vessel is present. If we see this mid dark longitudinal line, that shows that surface is dorsal side. Understood? If we see the openings like this, then that is ventral side. Understood? Then that is ventral side. If we see a mid longitudinal dark line, then it is a dorsal side. If we see openings like this, male and female genital pore, then it is ventral side. Then this earthworm belongs to phylum Annelida. Because see, we see a ring-like structure, annuli. So due to this presence of ring-like structure or annuli, they got a name Annelida, and they are segmented. Due to the segmentation only, they are showing ring-like structures. So that is metamerism. Metamerism is seen in earthworm. Nearly 100 to 120 segments we see, or metameres we see in a earthworm. Understood? How many? 100 to 120 metameres is seen in earthworm. Then coming to the mouth part, so we see this is periosteum. This one is proosteum, periosteum. So we see pro means early, in front of the mouth. In front of the mouth it is proosteum or and first segment is periosteum. In the first segment we see an opening called mouth. This proosteum is sensory in function, which is wedge shape in structure. It is sensory in function, a wedge shape in structure helps to crack the soil. Understood? That's why they help in crawling motion of earthworm. Understood? They help to crack the soil. So in earthworm we see crawling motion, and in each metameres we see S-shaped structures called setae. In each segment, in every segment we see S-shaped structures called setae, which are locomotory organs, which helps in locomotion by extending and retracting the longitudinal and circular muscles of earthworm. So these setae are S-shaped. They can extend or retract. By doing this, they helps in locomotion. Understood? These setae are absent in first segment, clitellum, and in the last segment. So setae are absent. They are absent in first segment, clitellum, and in the last segment. So first segment is this one. Periosteum is first segment, and this one is last segment. Clitellum is present between 14th to 16th segment. It is a dark glandular tissue. It's a dark glandular tissue which helps in cocoon formation. So there also will not see setae. Setae are absent in first and in clitellum region and in the last segment. Understood? You should remember those things. And in the dorsal side we see, dorsal and ventral side we see pores, or they are called nephridiopores. Nephridiopores. They are pores through which the excretory products are released out. Understood? We see nephridiopores. They helps to release the excretory product. Then coming to the ventral side, we see the openings. So mid ventral side, we see one opening called female genital pore. Mid 14th segment alli madhyadalli ಒಂದು opening ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ, that is called female genital pore. And in the 18th segment, at the lateral side we see a pair of opening. It is called male genital pore. It's called male genital pore. See here, female we have only one opening, whereas male we have pair. Two openings are there on a lateral side, whereas female is present at the center or the mid ventral side. Above and below the male genital pore we see genital papillae. The genital papillae helps during copulation. They helps to hold the opposite organism during copulation. And 5th to 6th, in some they have 5th to 9th, in some they have given 6th to 9th. So 5th, this is 5th one, 6th one. 5th but the 6th segment madhya and all the septa. So this is septa. Understood? So this one is metamere. Septa divides the body into metameres. So in the septa between 5th to 9th or 6th to 9th we see 4 pairs of spermatical apertures on the lateral side of an organism. On the ventrolateral side of an organism, between 5th to 9th or 6th to 9th segments we see spermatical apertures which receives the sperms from opposite organism during sexual act. Understood? So that is about morphology. And based on this clitellum, the earthworm is divided into anterior to this preclitellar region, and behind the clitellum it is postclitellar region. Understood? So based on the clitellum, earthworm is divided into 3 parts: preclitellar, clitellar and postclitellar region. So what you have to remember for your for the NEET, they have removed earthworm and frog. You have to read cockroach only. So for the CET or board, you have to remember in the ventral side, mid ventral side, we see one female genital pore on the 14th segment, and on the 18th segment on ventrolateral side, we see two openings or pair of male genital pore. And between 5th to 9th or 6th to 9th on the ventrolateral side, we see spermatical apertures. Understood. Clitellum is present between 14th to 16th segment, which helps in cocoon formation. And prostomium is sensory in function, it is wedge in shape. Setae are locomotory structures, they are not or they are absent in first and in clitellum and in the last segment of cockroach. Last segment of earthworm. Prostomium covers the mouth, it covers the mouth, understood. So in the first and in the clitellum and in the last segment, setae are absent in earthworm, understood. This is about the external features or morphology. Coming to this is alimentary canal or digestive system of earthworm. So coming to digestive system or alimentary canal of earthworm. So they may ask for 5 marks diagram. So the earthworm digestive system consists of, it starts with mouth and end with anus. Mouth represents or buccal cavity between 1 to 3 segment, and the next region is pharynx. Next to pharynx we see tubular structure called esophagus between 5th to 7th segment, and esophagus give rise to a structure called, at the end of esophagus we see a structure called gizzard between 8th to 9th segment. So this gizzard mainly helps in grinding the particles, soil particles and decaying leaves which are eaten by earthworm. Earthworm food is mainly decaying leaves and soil particles that are digested or grinded with the help of, gizzard present between 8th to 9th segment. Gizzard continues as stomach between 9th to 14th segment. 9th to 14th segment, and from 15th segment it is intestine. From 15th segment we see the intestine till the last segment. The stomach contains calciferous glands. That is very important. Stomach contains calciferous glands. So stomach contains calciferous glands which neutralizes the humic acid present in the humus. Understood? It is very important. What the stomach? The stomach contains calciferous glands which neutralizes the humic acid. Neutralizes the humic acid present in humus. Understood? So that is competitive question. The stomach contains calciferous glands that neutralizes humic acid present in the humus. Then we see the intestine from 15th segment. Again, intestine is divided into pre-typhozoal part of intestine and typhozoal part of intestine. Then what is typhozool? See, this typhozool is it shows dorsal side of the earthworm will show internal foldings. That shows internal foldings that increases surface area for absorption of food. Increases surface area for absorption of food. Understood? Typhozoal part, we see the internal foldings. That internal foldings, what's the importance of that internal foldings? That increases surface area for absorption of food. Understood? Hagagi intestine is divided into pre-typhozoal part and typhozolar part. Typhozolar part alli enagutte, the dorsal side, it is divided, it folds, it shows internal foldings. That internal foldings increases the surface area for absorption. And lymph glands are seen, 2 pairs of lymph glands are seen in typhozolar part. See, this is the typhozole, internal foldings. They cut and showed this part. This is intestinal lumen and this is typhozolar foldings. Understood? And at the 26th segment, we see intestinal cecum. At the 26th segment, we see pair of intestinal cecum. After the food is digested and absorbed, the undigested food is released out through the anus. Undigested food is released out through the anus. Understood? This is about alimentary canal or digestive system of cockroach. It consists of mouth or buccal cavity between 1 to 3 segment, and the pharynx, esophagus between 5th to 7th segment, gizzard 8 to 9th segment. Gizzard function is to grind the food particles, food and decaying leaves. In the stomach between 9 to 14th segment, stomach contains calciferous glands that neutralizes humic acid present in the humus. And the from 15th to last segment, we see a intestinal region that is divided into 2 parts, pre-typhozolar part of intestine and typhozolar part of intestine. In the typhozolar part, we see internal foldings that mainly increases surface area for absorption of food. And at the 26th segment, we see pair of intestinal cecum. And after the food is digested, it is absorbed in the typhozolar part of intestine, and undigested and absorbed food is released out through the anus. It is released out through the anus. Understood? That is about what? Alimentary canal or digestive system of cockroach. So, before starting the anatomy, I forgot to tell you one thing. So, now I am going to tell. So, the outer part of earthworm, outer layer of earthworm, we see a cuticle. The outer layer of, outer layer of earthworm, non-cellular layer. Cuticle is a secretion of the epithelial cell. So, this non-cellular layer is seen on the outermost part of the earthworm. It is called cuticle. Below the cuticle, we see circular muscles, then longitudinal muscles. We see circular muscles and then we see longitudinal muscles. Understood? Below the cuticle, we see 2 layers. One is circular layer and longitudinal muscular layer. After that, we see a coelomic epithelium. This one, coelomic epithelium is this one. So, this coelomic epithelium is lined by single layer of columnar epithelium which contain digestive glands or secretory glands. Outermost layer is non-cellular, it does not contain any cells, but it contains secretion of these epidermal cells. It is called cuticle. Below that cuticle, we see circular muscles, then longitudinal muscles. After circular and longitudinal muscles, we see a coelom. Coelom means cavity. So, it is lined by epithelium. It is called coelomic epithelium. Coelomic epithelium is nothing but it is made up of single layer of columnar cells. Single layer of columnar cells with the glands. Understood? So, we know that phylum Annelida, it shows the closed type of circle. It is the first phylum which shows closed type of circulatory system. It is the first phylum where we see the two cavities present. They are coelomate. Understood? So, and it is where we see meta segmentation is also seen in this phylum Annelida. So, that is about the anatomy of earthworm. In the next class, we will discuss about circulatory, excretory, nervous system and reproductive system of cockroach. Understood? Thank you.